How do you create an ethical wardrobe? Conscious Closet, the revolutionary guide to looking good while doing good, by Elizabeth Cline. Many people are tired of the waste and the mindless consumption, and they want to make less of an impact on the environment. Cline has packed this book with useful information on how to find ethical companies, how to clean out your closet, how to remove stains. There is so much information in it. It's an excellent reference guide. I'm going to focus on two areas. One is harmful fabrics, and the other is how to start building that conscious wardrobe. First, some background information. Textile manufacturers are one of the largest air and water polluters. They use a lot of toxic chemicals and slave labor. 2.2 billion pounds of overstock is either incinerated or landfilled a year, and less than 1% of the fabrics are recycled in a year. Why? Because the manufacturers are not using a lot of the recycled materials, and a majority of the garments made today are made with multiple fibers, which is very difficult and expensive to separate in order to recycle properly. If I ask you which fabrics are harmful out of polyester, cotton, viscose rayon, and leather, what would your answer be? All of them. We know that polyester requires 342 million barrels of oil a year, but cotton requires 220,000 tons of pesticides, plus 8.8 million tons of fertilizers, many of which end up going into the waterways, the land, and the air. Harmful depends on the process. There are some companies that are making synthetic fabrics with less of an impact on the environment than natural fabrics. For instance, Pinatex, which is an artificial leather made out of pineapple leaves. It uses a lot fewer chemicals than the tanning process of natural leather. Some people think bamboo, tencel, or lyocell are good, and they can be, but they can also be harmful. Again, it depends on the process. Sometimes they contribute to more deforestation, and only 30% of the trees are used, where 70% of the trees are wasted. And some of them require a lot of chemicals in order to dissolve the fibers in order to form the fabric. Lensing tencel is good, but this is confusing. How do we know if a garment is ethical or not? You could have synthetic being ethical, or you could have natural being ethical. We need to look at the labels. If we see the signs GOTS, the Global Organic Textile Standard, or OCS, the Organic Cotton Standard, or the Better Cotton Initiative, Blue Sign, Oecotex, those are all labels which will indicate that the garment was made from an ethical company and is more likely to not be made in a sweatshop. Gooodonyou.eco, which is down in the description, is also a good place to look to see if a company is ethical or not. Let's start talking about how to create that conscious closet. Cline says that we need to focus on size, style, and color. Focus on the sizes that fit you, and also the styles that look good on you. Sometimes we see styles on somebody else and we think, oh, that would look great on us. We buy it and it doesn't look great on us. So put those aside. Only keep the ones that you look good in. And as far as color, stand in natural light, hold the colors up to you. Some people can wear orange and sage. Others, it makes them look pale and washed out. Some people can wear pastels. Other people can wear vibrant colors. So focus on the colors that look good on you. Cline talks about 3 fashion personalities, and they're all in the book. Minimalists will focus on quality clothes. They buy what they need, and they will buy a classic style that will last a long time. Traditionalists like a little more novelty, and they'll buy a few updates each year. And the style seekers love the fashion trends, and they may wear something to express themselves or to make a statement. And Cline is not saying to go without style. She herself likes style, but she is suggesting to choose wisely. Choose the clothes that have less of an impact on the environment. Some people wonder how to determine if a garment is quality. One would be breathability, and that would be focusing on natural fibers. A second way is durability. Check the seams. Do they lie flat? Is the stitching made with strong thread and neat and even? And are the fasteners on the garment strong? Items where you would want to focus on quality are those items that get used most often. Your jeans, your sweaters, winter coats, your shoes, and your handbags. Sustainable clothing does cost more than regular clothing because it's made with better quality, higher cost materials, and they're made in high-wage countries. However, we can find ways to afford ethical clothing. We can buy used at thrift stores or on the websites of Poshmark or ThredUp. We could buy 1 or 2 quality items a year and slowly increase our wardrobe. Or we could rent. We're familiar with renting for a wedding or a kid's special event, but Cline lives in New York City and she knows some people who have spent $6,000 a year on fashionable clothes to go to work in, and they have chosen to subscribe to a clothing rental company. They'll pay between $170 to $200 a month for a fashionable wardrobe, and then at the end of the month, they return those clothes in exchange for a new set of stylish clothes that they can wear. It saves them thousands of dollars, and the clothing company will professionally clean them for the next person, and it's much less of an impact on the environment. It's a win-win. And Cline suggests that 90% of your closet be made up of core items. Those are the items you wear the most often. Jeans, shirts, turtlenecks, sweaters. And 10% of your wardrobe would be the accent pieces. Scarves, belts, jewelry. Cline also encourages us to take care of our clothes. They will last a much longer time. This is the 4th book that I have read where it states that Americans wash their clothes too often. And that's a lot of wear and tear on the clothes. They also tend to use heated dryers, which adds a lot of wear and tear to the clothes as well. Cline suggests air a piece of clothing out. Maybe you can wear it more than once. And if you get a spot on it, spot clean it. Maybe hand wash. Look at the care instruction tag. Cline says on the tag it might say wash in warm water. That does not mean that it has to be washed in warm water. That means that is the highest temperature in which that garment can stand. So you could wash it in warm, or you could wash it in cold. But you wouldn't want to go any higher than warm. We can also air dry our clothes, which saves a lot of energy. And if you use dry cleaners, focus on perk-free, where they use less chemicals. Let's not forget about repairs. For a small fee, you can hire a tailor, a cobbler, or a knitter to make a repair on a garment rather than buying a whole new piece. Or you can learn how to sew on a button, hem your pants, or patch a hole. You will feel so good wearing quality clothes, making less of an impact on the environment, supporting humane working conditions, while saving water, energy, and money. Thanks for watching. Keep reading and have a great week.